have beaten many of the top dogs to get here. But are they able to challenge the biggest, baddest dog of them all, Team Spirit? It's always another level required to beat Team Spirit, right, Avery?
When they're in form, absolutely.
Are they in form?
Seem to be doing all right. I don't think they're in their prime, you know, Giga boss level Team Spirit, but they are powering up and they have yet to drop a series, so cannot fault them too much here. This is a scary team to play against when they are feeling it. They're definitely feeling it this event. I think in particular, Laurel's looked better than he's looked in a long time.
Are you only saying that because they lost a game to Team Liquid?
What? Liquid's a great team?
I don't really think the Team Spirit did. They had two very dominant games. Like what? How can you tell they're not in their absolute best form?
I just know.
You just know.
Just know.
Okay.
I know this team through and through. I know when they're in absolute prime, and I know when they're 8 out of 10, which is still a world-class team.
Sure. So you think they're an 8 out of 10 right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which for them is still like they can easily win a LAN at 8 out of 10. I'm not saying that's bad.
All right. It's a little early to start the Team Spirit glazing.
That said, I think OG has maybe looked more impressive. Maybe the most impressive team in this group stage so far in terms of what people expected and how far they're exceeding that already just in their few series.
Yeah.
It's looked really good. They've played really fast. They've just dominated teams across the map. Really fast games. They've had some really nice connection-based gameplay in terms of getting these skirmishes going, bringing everybody into them, bringing 5 heroes early, getting the offlaner involved in the safe lane, bringing the safe laner to the offlane. All these different moves, all these little different combinations, it's all looked great for them. And in particular, Yopaj, my idol, he's back.
He is indeed. We're going to see him in the matchup against Laurel. It is Leshrac versus the Monkey King.
Good lane for Lesh. He should free farm here.
Yeah,
it's just another one of those
win, right?
Lesh against Terrorblade games that so far has not worked out amazing for the Leshrac. We just keep seeing it over and over. I thought they would have gone into some more magic long range. Like I was actually thinking Lina for Yopaj here, which we haven't seen a lot of the mid Lina, but it is still very viable and it's definitely a hero that he can play super well. I thought something like that, more of a magic assassinator.
Didn't somebody try and play Lina recently?
Probably.
Some sort of safe or something. I think it was one of the previous tournaments. But yeah, you're right. We haven't seen much of that hero in a while. We haven't seen much of Kunkka either. Collapse is going to be rocking that here. Nice shackle. Why do we have a Kunkka?
Kind of a soft Chen answer. Hero that can build auras, sit on the front line, fight the early group ups, defend towers. Boat Rum can be annoying for Chen lineups because it evens out that sustain / aura power that Chen brings to the team. Can be good against Slardar with the X control against him.
Yeah.
Though the armor can also cut through Kunkka sometimes, so that's a mixed bag, but it will end up being good against the Leshrac. This is a very good match for Kunkka with the blade mail build-up, so.
First blood is going to be Nico. A Slardar Shadow Demon lane beating out Terrorblade Jakiro. I mean, normally you see Jakiro really able to take it to these melee heroes, but they strike first. They get the level 2 first and take advantage of this situation where the Jakiro still doesn't have his dual breath.
I'm going to say that's a kill that should not have happened. Terrorblade is the highest armor laner you can put against the Slardar. And then you have attack speed slows from Jakiro. You should not get all in this early in the lane. So a rare misstep here from Yotaro on that laning phase. Cost them a first blood and into a hero that definitely utilizes to gain a huge advantage here. Meta will be popped to dissuade this aggression. So OG playing these early lane super well in terms of these early waves. And they have a lot of more regen to work with here.
Oh, and there it is. You knew it was going to happen eventually. Natsumi was hitting way too many shackles with this Tangled facet. The damage was ramping up. Tims, is he going to be run down by Yotaro? Looks like it. No Fairy Fire left to be able to stay alive. Panto has a Fairy Fire, though, and that's going to keep him alive as now Nico is getting kited. Pops the leg day, gets the crush. He can't finish the job, though. Yotaro strikes back and gets a double.
This is what I thought this lane was going to look like. Super strong lane for Spirit. You just lay the dual breast into them, run them down. will end up cleaning up Pano as he runs into the tower to get the resource refill, but that's a Lotus for Yatoro. Puts him right back on.
Laurel, can he get the stacks? No, he's going to be struck down by lightning. Yopaj. This is supposed to be a winning matchup, and he is winning it indeed. He is now up in CS, and obviously the kill is really going to boost him ahead.
That's a huge kill, because now you're going to get 6 way ahead of this monkey. Might be able to try and kill him again with just the extra levels. Surprise Pulse Nova. Big kills for both teams in this laning stage.
And already a treads for Yatoro off that double.
He's going to be a beast. It is a good matchup for Natsumi, at least. There was a period where people were picking the Wind Ranger to deal with the Terrorblade specifically. So you do have that to fall back on. A weird little skirmish going on here. Oh,
that felt
Hellbear slain. See this nice little snipe coming through.
You've been a big fan of the Wind Ranger in this facet, this Tangled facet.
Okay, we just saw nothing. That was great.
I was like, man, this is a long replay. Tims will die to Laurel. Laurel looking for some time outside the lane where possible, as he does not want to be sitting in this lane against the Leshrac for too long.
I don't mind that. You got solo killed. The lane's going to be rough. Look for some action elsewhere around the map. See what you can find. This monkey can always make the moves collapse. Big trouble here. Another Shackle's coming up. He should be dead with some extra body blocks from Skem. Don't even need the Shackle. Just run him down. Early stats. Big base damage. Easy laning stage right now for Natsumi. Keeping up with that big bad Terrorblade who's getting all the extra kills. And a man fight mid. Edict. Pulse. There is the level advantage for the Leshrac. Yopaj with the double solo kill in the laning stage. Whew. He is cooking with heat.
This duo, this core duo, Natsumi and Yopaj, it feels like one of them always pops off in one of their games.
Good synergy. Wins you games.
Another Tangled Shackle shot lands. Collapse. Good torrent. Slows down some of the aggression. He'll turn around and kill that Hellbear once again. But what do you think he went for the Hellbear facet, by the way?
It's the Wind Ranger synergy. They like the attack speed for the hero in the lane with the Entangle bonus damage.
Yeah, every single time he kills the Hellbear, all of a sudden it's dangerous.
Another kill, bringing the Slardar this time with the catapult wave. Laurel getting no help around mid, and he is getting slaughtered out here. This is a massive concern for Spirit. Your Kunkka is finding nothing. Your monkey is getting triple game. What is the rebuttal?
Skem, he's going to take a lot of damage here. But Natsumi is going to break past the tower, try and help out his support. Skem trying to juke around the trees as best as possible. See if he gets up to the high ground. The courier's on him, though, and he will be disrupted by Tims. Maybe that keeps him alive. A blood grenade to take him out. Skem, will he stay alive? He's good. That blood grenade will not do enough damage. Everywhere you look, OG is getting the better of Team Spirit, up by 3K now. Yatoro trying to do the best he can to claw back some of this early net worth by taking an off-lane tower nice and early. And while they will get it,
Yopaj coming in. Solo smoked himself to go for this play.
Yatoro isn't level 6, so he doesn't have the threat of the Sunder. So as soon as the Leshrac closes that gap, he's done for.
What a play from Yopaj. I don't even know where he got this smoke.
Look at Panto making desperate moves at this point, hoping he'd take the Wisdom Shrine before he dies inevitably to Yopaj, but Tims is already there on the other side to stop it. He'll get that kill. Yopaj gets the Shrine, so he is big levels now.
Natsumi putting an ult into collapse, gonna force him off the wave. He doesn't even have boots yet. Just a double brace for Kunkka down here, trying to live his best life. OG attacking all fronts with some creative movements. Is this the best team in the world right now? Like, what am I watching?
They're popping up for sure. Natsumi dodges the torrent. Collapse, in trouble. Will not quite die. Natsumi really surprised he didn't just keep going for it.
Felt like he might have been able to, but maybe just doesn't want to spend the resources. Laurel looking for the chase down here. We'll find something. And no focus fire put into that Monkey King. In fact, Natsumi, you got to be a little careful here.
Almost got silenced there, but gets off the win run first. So now Yopaj He's going to be dead shotted away. Laurel just hoping he can make a run for it, but he can't even jump into the trees with the 2-0-3 build, so he's probably dead no matter what. Yopaj on a mega kill streak at 8 minutes.
It's going to be a very fast Blink Dagger, and Spirit are not going to be able to deal with it. The way you deal with it is early items in this game on the Monkey and Kunkka. You are so far off of those, it's not even funny. So Yopaj absolutely has a chance to just destroy this game so hard it ends off of the Leshrac power alone. And he finds a haste rune. So now he's super strong around the map even before this blink comes out. You have your Javelin on the Wind Ranger, Natsumi. He's just going to lay into collapse. Doesn't hit the shackle, might not need it.
I mean, where's Collapse going to go? He's going to get up to this corner, see if he can get through the gate maybe. A lot of damage and the shackle shot to stop him. Yeah.
He has nothing. He has no game at all. This is turning into a very one-sided affair.
And Kunkka's not a hero that can afford this bad of a laning phase.
No.
Dire are scanning.
If you have two other semi-carries / hard carries that are popping off, maybe, you know, okay, I can run in the fight and boat him. That's just not the case here.
A little bit of recovery available in the jungle, but even that could be taken away as Natsumi's winning his safe lane so hard, they're going to take this off-lane tower soon. And that opens up the triangle. They might be the Team Spirit never gets to claim that ancient stack they've got.
Tim's going to find 2 bounty runes on Spirit's side of the map. Just never claimed them. That's another 500 team gold, 1,000 gold swing.
A haste rune and a blink dagger incoming. Somebody's going to die.
Yep. He's way too strong in the next minute here. And you have to think OG are eyeing up this Terrorblade. If you can snag another kill on Yatoro, the only hero currently doing well for Team Spirit, it would just destroy this early game completely. This is a risky move for Yatoro going into this tower push because you know you're the biggest target right now.
Yeah, they're hoping that they would catch Natsumi on an X boat. Yatoro popping out, but instead, we'll just go for the objective. And I like that OG, I mean, they do have this haste rune.
It's a bait.
It does feels really strong. And yep, they baited out the Chen to get the kill on Laurel. And the rest, they're going to be, oh, what a shackle shot from across the screen. Natsumi catches Collapse in the act of retreat. An X-Boat back, nope, disruption to bail him out. So even that pittance of damage is denied to Team Spirit. They will get 2 and maybe a 3rd, not Yopaj, out of the range. Won't be able to get that.
Beautiful gameplay from OG. They read the move on the Monkey King. They sit the Chen there. They bait the leap from Laurel. Yopaj instantly blinks in. Monkey's gone. Your team fight's gone. Beautiful shackle to follow it up. Everything going perfect here for OG against the 2-time champs.
Maelstrom next. Tons of magic damage between this Wind Ranger and this Leshrac. Terrorblade's not going to have a game for a good long while.
Have to find ways to slow it down right here.
How do you slow down games?
Push waves in without dying. It's the #1 way. Cut waves. Get on the enemy side of the map and farm like sides.
Okay.
Or ancients if you can. Dodge ganks. All these little things really add up. Spirit are extremely good at it. One of the best teams at restabilizing games.
And they do have 2 cores that are good at it, right? Monkey King and Terrorblade.
Yes. So they have some tools. They have some lane shoving supports as well.
Sure.
But the threat on OG is just so high. Wind Ranger, Lesh, Slardar, all 3 of these cores can run around the map pretty quickly, catch you out, threaten you on the waves. It's not an easy game to show.
Big kill if they can get it. Ice Path. Changing the guard to put Laurel on top of Yopaj, but can't finish the job. Now he's got to jump back before he dies. Jump in from Nico as he reveals his Blink Dagger. With Natsumi joining in on the pool. Man, OG just brought everybody here and encounters Team Spirit once again. They are giving absolutely nothing to this squad.
Just don't have the early fighting items. They don't have the Diffusal on the Monkey. Don't have the Blade Mail. How do you take these fights right now? You're about to get your Ancient stolen.
Yeah, there it is.
This is just a total collapse. Team Spirit in this early game. They do not have the same spell power. The lanes went terribly. And Terrorblade can only bail you out so much. This is Yatoro versus the world right now. Probably asking the team, yo, what the hell's happening over there?
Radiant are scanning.
Eul Scepter next for the Slardar. It's an interesting idea.
Very good against the Kunkka. Another soft dispel for the Monkey.
Yeah.
More catch. When you're snowballing games like this, you just build extra catch, extra move speed. It goes a very long way.
Yeah. The extra mana regen goes a long way on a hero like Slardar. Allows him to like spam out crushes to push in waves while still being able to stay out on the map. Oh, that was a quick reaction. Nico accidentally cliffs himself, but still, to get off that corrosive haze and not get tagged by any damage there.
And with this game coming in top, another move for the Monkey that's going to be unsuccessful. Quick smoke up. They have the Kaya done on the Lesh, so the damage is picking up here. Someone's about to die to this, and it's going to be collapse. Just cannot get this Blade Mail online. I mean, it's getting ridiculous. This has to be one of the most dominated games I've seen in terms of shutting down collapse.
Yeah.
He is 0-6-0. Can't even get an item up.
That's what you get for playing Kunkka.
I guess so, yeah. Wishes he was the primal beast right now, I'll tell you that much.
Yopaj running into Panto, but he is going to be kited a little bit too. They have a sentry for Yopaj. They do. They have some vision on him, and he will die.
Huge
The
pickup.
unstoppable streak is stopped.
Huge pickup in this game. That's 1,000 gold kill. Unfortunately, it goes into the Chikiro. Would have rather had it on one of these cores here, but Lara will take anything right now. Pushing towards that Diffusal Blade will have it here. That's at least one of your fighting items. This game is not out of reach yet, as one-sided as it's been, because your Terrorblade is still farming super well, and it is a very good Terrorblade game in terms of dealing with the Slardar and the Lesh. Downsides are the Shadow Demon Wind Ranger have better matchups against you.
Well, haven't we talked about this before? But like, the Terrorblade matchup against the Lesh
Goes
isn't
both.
a little awkward when you're on even net worth? You need to be ahead as the Terrorblade.
For sure it goes both ways, but I still favor Terrorblade in this match. Which, again, I think all the items he builds are great versus the Lesh. And I think it's a hero that goes in and it needs that third or fourth item to defend against the Sunder. Maybe Yopaj will go for a very early BKB here to get more aggressive. They find Natsumi.
Okay, back-to-back big core pickoffs for Team Spirit. Smoke's coming in, though, and they're just going to jump straight to Yatoro and burst him down. So despite the loss of their carry, OG, big punish, good disruption. That's going to start off the Wukong's command, though, is going out from Laurel. And Laurel won't get anything off. Stuck in the trees, will be cut down.
Full team wipe is what it's going to be here.
Yep, Collapse is not going to be able to outrun the Slardar, that's for sure, so.
Here's your Blade Mail. 16 minutes, and you die. Team wipe. Just as Spirit were starting to gain a little momentum here, OG with a perfectly timed smoke and a beautiful jump on Yatoro. You take that Terrorblade out, you're not too afraid of the rest of the fight, and a Wukong never went off there.
Yeah, how did he get the vision there on Laurel? That was pretty sick.
Perfect jump. Stun, bash, split earth, you're gone. No saves in this lineup to bail you out, and a Shadow Poison scouted the Monkey, I believe.
Oh, and yeah, he jumped to the trees.
Disruption into more chain stun on him. You can get a Wukong off there. I don't think it's changing this fight. I think the damage is already done.
And this sort of lineup, I mean, they've got a Slardar, so they can do Roshan nice and early, and that's exactly what OG is going to get off of this team fight win. A 10,000 net worth lead and an Aegis that almost got the Roshan snipe there.
They have that classic combination, Wind Ranger Slardar. It's been a while since we've seen it back in the meta, but do not underestimate the single target burst. You have Penance thrown there as well. All these Chen buffs with Alpha Wolf. In fact, this Alpha Wolf Skem has just following Natsumi around the map. They are really abusing this hero to the maximum.
Yeah, it's a good point. I imagine Chen really helps sway this Leshrac versus TV matchup, at least in the early part, a huge way. Much more sustained, some increased armor, whatever auras he gets.
And look at that first item, Greaves for Skem.
Yeah.
We've seen him do a lot of item builds on this hero. Drum, Rush, Vlad's Rush, earlier Pipe, Mech, whatever it is. Here he just Buys out the Greaves, normally a very expensive ore item, but when you are this farmed ahead of 2 of the enemy cores at 18 minutes, and you want that extra armor in the game to deal with the Terrorblade, why not?
Jumps onto Laurel, and that was a bait. Team Spirit will all set up behind him. It takes a while to get him because Team Spirit's lineup is pretty low on damage. Yopaj is still going to jump inside of this Wukong's commando. Okay, he has the Aegis, but that was still kind of crazy. Is he going to be okay on this second life? He's going to be dead shotted back into an ice path, and he's just dead. OG, what have you done?
Oh, they are throwing hard right now. Skem not going to be happy about that fight. Hand of God was on cooldown for 5 seconds as that Slardar dies. Then his Lesh runs in. You can't join him because the Wukong's still up. Mega disjointed team fight from OG. A Spirit lay a perfect bait.
Oh no, OG, they're still trying to make moves on the mid side of the map, but Laurel scouted him out. They're going to get a quick kill on Panto maybe. No, Natsumi makes a good read of the situation, makes a run for it. Good thing too, he leaves Tims behind. That is just one more pick off for Team Spirit. All of a sudden, 10K gold swing. Almost. As they were up by so much, they had the Aegis. They should have been able to grow this gold lead. Instead, it has just been yanked out from underneath them.
So many streaks. Like, even that Shadow Demon was worth over 1,000 gold, basically, because he had a 6x streak. Spirit just collecting bounties out here, and all of a sudden, this game is well within reach. Not that they were out of it, but this is why you cannot count this team out. They know how to play from behind. That was a beautiful bait top. Use OG's aggression against them. Claw your way back in this game, and suddenly, Monkey King, he's got a fighting chance. Has 2K gold in the bank. See what item Laurel goes for here, though. This is not an easy position to decide.
Radiant's middle tower is under
I think
attack.
some of the older monkeys, maybe, I've seen him go like Mage Slayer or Orchid against some of these spellcaster mids, but this feels too slow of a game to go that route. BKB is pretty tempting in a game like this, so you can just survive against some of the magic damage, but again, you have the gold buildup to get there. He is just going to go Manta. Interesting. I've seen him go this Manta when he feels like he can scale up as that second carry, which is probably what Spirit wanted with this draft setup because they want a Kunkka, who's going to end up being low damage.
Yeah.
This is just, he just had a rough early game, but he has recovered okay here, and of course the Manta Dispel for the Amp is really nice. You can even Manta dodge the Shackle, which...
Is that what he's dying to? I feel like he's dying to magic damage. AoE magic damage at that.
It's a tough game. This is why I said it's a very tough game to pick the item here, because what's going to be good against the Lesh is probably going to be bad against the other two cores. What's good against the other two cores is not going to be great against the Lesh here. You have to pick your poison, and you have to try and pick up the damage slack, where that Kunkka might just be a pure utility hero. You know, you can't just say, okay, Yatoro 1v5 this game, when if at any point he gets shackled and just all in by Wind Ranger, there's no save, that fight's over. So this will pay off over the very long term, but is abusable now by OG if they continue to pick up the pace. That said, have they slowed this game down after that throw and fight top? Kind of feels like they're just going back to farming and trying to get some bigger items of their own up.
And they've actually grown a bit larger of a net worth lead. They were down to what, 3K? Now they're sitting 4, almost 5K lead.
Yeah, but I'm looking at that Terrorblade. I've seen this before. This hero has been carrying games this event.
Yeah, and once he gets to MKB, the game changes for Natsumi.
Again, this is another, I don't want to say it's an all-in itemization, but this is the riskier path with the higher upside. Just second item MKB. Not a lot of survivability. Not great against the Lesh. Great against the Wind Ranger. So you really have to line these itemizations up with your Spirit here.
Close call. Yopaj almost hitting the split earth on Laurel there.
And he already has BKB done. So now he can just go in against that Lesh BKB and, or against the Terrorblade, pop your BKB, no Sunder available. What do you really do in that scenario if you're Yatoro? That's where this MKB build-up hurts him. He might just die to this Lashraki to... Spirit lingering around this Watcher up here. Laurel going in. Missed You know what they came for, though? Anytime you can start on the Chen, you have to commit to that fight. It's such a big target to take out. And they do have Pipe on Collapse. Somehow, Diaz recovered his game.
Radiant are scanning.
Back to the Ags for Nico. BKB for Natsumi. Which will not help him when it comes to these Terrorblade focus, but...
Well, it does prevent the Sunder.
That's true.
Which is a big deal. I mean, again, you have heroes that need to gap close and get on top of this TV and just kill them.
Slightly off the mark there. That's okay, though.
Spirit fighting a lot from a position of little. Even closing in on the Muertags should be nice for Rue. Not as strong as it used to be with that Deadshot talent change, but...
What was the talent change again?
Well, they moved this 2 Deadshot charges to 25.
Right.
There's like, that talent was so broken with the Ag buildup. So now you're pretty much only going to have one of these shots for a long time.
Nice catch by Natsumi. Laurel, he's going to get into the trees again. They shoot him down. They do not. He gets the teleport away.
A beautiful escape.
Get Rue instead.
Wait,
he just now got his Manta? Did he get something else before that?
Who?
Laurel.
No.
He's been working on this Manta, I feel like, for like 7 minutes.
I mean, he started this game like 0-4, and Manta's an expensive item.
I guess so. Well, he got there.
Gating top. Tim's not going to like what comes out of that gate.
No, he's not.
Dire's top tower.
I guess better him than the Slardar. Oh, Nico
Christmas
may also
surprise.
dies. He's going to run into the Monkey King. Whoopsies. Quick heals, TP away, no stuns.
But it feels like OG are on the back foot in this game all of a sudden. They're running from the fights. Haven't really found a good pickoff in a while. Yeah, their lead is fine, but the big concern is always going to be this Yatoro TV.
What a pick. Tried to man to dodge the splitter. It doesn't work for him.
Okay, there's some momentum.
Oh, and Yopaj, just to make sure he's absolutely safe, will pop the BKB for fear of being pulled back into a Terrorblade.
Needed something like that here, just to regain some confidence in how the game is going. Assert some dominance around the map.
Yeah, if you get to another item, if you get to Scotty, do you think he wants Lincoln's first, then the Scotty? I kind of thought you wanted the Scotty for the Leshrac now.
I would value the Scotty higher than Lincoln's here, but the Lincolns can block some really nice spells here. Yatoro knows best. I will never doubt him.
I guess what is OG waiting for? It feels like they're waiting for some items. They keep seeing items be picked up, and then they still kind of seem like...
I think they're willing to fight. I think BKB's on their 2 cores was the big go.
Okay.
They're kind of just waiting to group up, make a play, fight for that next Roshan, or find some sort of pickoff that will lead to more momentum. The only other item you're going to get here is the Shivas for the Leshrac, which you're kind of close to, but you're still 1,000 all.
Yeah, do you really want to delay this Roshan that long?
No, they can just be confident in their scale, though, right? They have Chen Shadow Demon. These are 2 super hard scaling supports. They have good answers against the Terrorblade late game with the Wind Ranger matchup.
Do you like Chen that much?
This hero scales like a beast. I mean, you get the shard up, you start getting Granite Golem, some extra Dragon Armor, Alpha Wolf, Magic Resist, on top of everything else, on top of Divine Favor. It's a lot to get through in the late game when these heroes get 3-4k HP.
I guess I always felt like his peak was now, and then he just kind of like steadily, slowly but surely, his auras are just not as effective as they were at 25 minutes.
No, I don't view him like that. I think this hero's, if anything, he gets slightly stronger over the course of an entire game. Because the stronger your cores get, the better his auras get. Because he has all the scaling auras. Like, all the auras he scales into the late game are all percentage based. So it's not as if they're falling off in terms of the value numbers. I mean, you can argue the max impact of an aura lineup is in that mid game in terms of what it can do around objective fights and the damage output of the enemies.
Yeah, that's what I always kind of
But
figured.
he doesn't become weaker individually over a very long game.
I also feel like his map play gets worse over time, right?
Maybe a little bit. You can always get the bags, though.
Blink for Tims, so he will be able to jump in when the Leshrac or the Slardar goes in and is met with some sort of resistance. Might be able to jump in and save them with the disruption, or maybe we'll even see him initiate.
And they hit a big power spike on Yopaj. Level 20, so you get that Edict talent. You finished the Shivas, and you got that Whisper of the Dread. An insane damage pickup for him.
Checking the wards on the high ground, seeing if they have an observer ward. Both teams do seem to have a read of the situations going on here. This is a standoff for Roshan.
There's
Linken's is the choice for Yotoro.
It has to block a big spell here.
I mean, that's going to be a bit of a rude awakening if Natsumi finds like his focus fire gets blocked out in this critical fight. Team Spirit going to leave their high ground, playing to their ward in the river here. Did they spot the Slardar pushing up? That ward see him at some point in time? I mean, it certainly looks like it. They're going straight to the gate. He's going to blink down. Blind Torrent will not find its mark. Nico is out of here.
Toro wants to gate and try and flank OG on the other side of the map.
Yeah, got to set up for Roshan switching to the other side now, which means that they will not have a ward to play around unless they get one out now.
OG just trying to sit around their vision right now. Do not want to give the jump to Spirit.
I think Tims is positioned to break a smoke here. He's ready to go with the Blink Dagger. Smoke breaks, and away he goes. Playing on the Watcher, breaking Spirit's move.
OG just broke both of their smoke plays.
Big
Beautiful
moment,
read.
even trying to bait out his illusion. Cute play from Tims. Still finds an opening, though. Boundless Strike hits on a Skem. It's pretty far out there. They're going to chase after him. Force Staff should get him away. Team
that
Spirit,
shot.
nice shackle. Now they're left kind of in this awkward zone. They haven't really caught anything. Do they keep trying to march in? Tims actually gets hit by, nice disruption. Save from the X. Still going to be hit by a Boundless Strike. Follow up on him. Lots of heals going out, but Tims is still going to die. Natsumi coming in from the side, trying to land a shackle shot, but is immediately met by resistance. The MKB, it will not finish him up. A sliver. Oh, the dead shot from downtown from Rue finds its mark. The carry of OG is dead. Now their offlaner is gone as well. Team Spirit continue to march forward. What started with initiation that didn't quite find its mark, now it's left up to Yopaj to carry through this fight. They're going to buy back on Nepo, but Yopaj, he's just going to die to the damage from Yotoro. Yotoro is just doing too damn much damage. OG are just not respecting that fact.
And Collapse dies to Thunderclap from the Hellbear of Skem, who picks up that big kill at the end of the fight.
That's what he died to?
What
really?
a beast. That's why that tip came out.
Okay.
He can kill everything except that bear, apparently, but that is going to be a well-earned victory for Spirit. I mean, they had so many little plays. 4-man dead shot.
I mean, this moment right here, they were out, you know? Like, they were gone. Tims didn't need to turn around. They could have just said meta popped and be fine.
And Collapse, he saved the Torrent for after this disruption, not on the X. That just crushes Tim's team play. Natsumi goes in, gets the ult, but Yotoro's bow-rummed here. And that MKB is dicing Natsumi up, and that clipped him right on the edge. Beautiful execution here from Spirit. Just no clear re-entry here for Yopaj once his other cores are down. He tries to make something happen at the second half of this fight, but
even this choice is like, why?
Yeah, it's just...
Why are you going on anything that is not Yotoro at this point? Yotoro is all of their damage. If you're not killing Yotoro, Yotoro's going to kill you.
Hellbear kill? No! We didn't get to see the Hellbear kill.
Well, we got to see Laurel's reaction to it.
That Hellbear did him dirty.
I won't lie, Avery. This hurts, man.
Yeah, this game
I thought we were going to watch OG just stomp Team Spirit off of after that laning phase, but
nobody stomps Team Spirit.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
yeah, that's why I was excited to see it, right? So rarely do you get to see a very one-sided affair against this team, but
that's why his team is so scary. As one-sided as that game was, it's almost as if it made no difference, you know? All right, we get to see the Hellbear kill. That's what we're here for. Bam! Get wrecked, nerd. Schem carry.
You may have won the battle, but I've won the war.
I mean, those are the Chen plays that Chen players live for, you know?
Well, Team Spirit have been behind for most of this game, and now they're finally in a position where they actually have the lead, and they have the map control, and that means a lot of objectives to be taken, which means a lot of gold. Just like that, Team Spirit is ahead in net worth.
Yeah, their itemization paid off super hard in this game. Now they're up to Nullifier on the Monkey. You can build into that tanky Scotty for Yatoro, and then you're going to be very scary in the fight. It's going to put a lot of onus on OG's chain stun execution ability to bring down these cores. There is no save in the Spirit lineup, so you still have that potential to just all in the TV, all in the Monkey with your Shackle, your Splitter, with your stun, etc. But it's easier said than done when Spirit are just going on you or forcing out the action first. Here's that Scotty done. Terrorblade, 3,000 HP. He's got that dead shot behind him. Got the boat rum. It's maybe the bigger issue here. I don't think the Wind Ranger kills the TB fast enough before the boat rum can play a big part. It kind of has to be the Wind Ranger and the Lesh going in at the same time. So maybe if you're forced, you have to go in and, you know, be a little bit of a distraction. Somehow survive for a bit with this Ags. Yules build up.
Yeah, he can be a better distraction now that he's got that axe with the damage reduction.
I think your main goal as a starter is, yeah, you want to get amps on these big core targets for sure, but the bigger goal is almost to just create a scenario where Spirit show their heroes in hitting you. And you give information for the Lesh and Wind Ranger to go in and pick the right target. Because no one else is going to do it here. You can't just blind jump with the Ranger or the Lesh in this game. It's way too difficult. Monkey's going to be scouting in the trees. One of these supports can frontline just to play a sacrificial role. There's going to be TB illusions. Spirit are a very disciplined team about their formation and holding high ground wards. So, you know, maybe if you have like a Wind Ranger Ags, that can become a little different. Natsumi thinking about it. That is another item that is pretty good in this TB matchup. It gives you a lot more initiation openings. So I'm glad he went for that. And you can still keep scaling here as OG. It's not as if this game is just completely over if it goes late. Your lineup is scary late game.
Yeah, you still got the Ags timing on Leshrac.
That's true. The nihilism.
Team Spirit may not give them a chance at going late game. This Yatoro is going to hit the high ground with 1 minute left on the Aegis. Banner drop. Double siege wagons. Not that it's needed. Yatoro has plenty of damage. Shackle shot after shackle shot being thrown down, but nothing really slowing down this push.
What
was the game plan there?
It wasn't getting Boundless struck into dead, but that's all it takes. That's a Gunpowder Gauntlet Terrorblade.
Okay. Well, at least the Aegis is going to expire soon, so Team Spirit are not going to keep the push going. OG actually going to sneak outside the base here.
I like this play.
As a 3-man?
If they go Spirit Triangle, I think this play has a decent shot of working, and it's not a play Spirit are going to expect.
Sure, quick little pick off on Laurel.
Especially showing Natsumi in the base. It's just not a move you are going to have a read on.
Run into Rue instead, perhaps.
They'll take him.
Yeah, why not?
Lower end of what you wanted out of that, but you will take anything at this point.
Sure.
You're just trying to get to Hex on the Lesh. That's your big ticket right now.
Is it really that big of a ticket?
It's pretty big in this game. It allows you to jump this Terrorblade.
But he's got a Lincoln.
I mean, you could pop it with something, right? He has no BKB. So you have time to pop it and Hex. OG still have that XP lead. Kind of crazy. So much of this game is can you all in Yatoro, because he is all of their damage. I mean, if you take him out of the fight, fight's won.
Natsumi trying to get some information here. Gonna play for this high ground ward, which Team Spirit may not expect, given that OG is a little down. Maybe they think they would be playing on their side of the map.
They're still very farmed. All it takes is one good shackle in this game.
Nobody's showing, so Team Spirit huddle up. Not giving OG the opportunity they're looking for. And eventually OG is going to have to come back here. The Terrible 8 Illusions are pushing in. Got to deal with the waves. That's where Team Spirit thinks they're going to find this opening.
It's a scary jump for Spirit, though. You're going into potential buybacks from OG in their base. I don't know about that one.
Sneaking around behind the tier 2, checking all this bottom area, seeing if there's anybody farming. There is not.
Also an awkward timing to make this play because Roche can't spawn for another minute. So even if you won the fight here, OG would still be able to spawn and take you on that Roche.
At least get some good vision down.
Yes, that much is true for sure. And Panto, he's kind of just camping it here, waiting for that guy to come down here and farm the camp.
The smoke is going to expire, and they're going to be underneath a ward. They have this deep bottom river ward that is going to see some of Team Spirit right now.
Valuable right now.
They're getting a lot of information off of that when the Shivas goes in. They know they're around here. Nice double crush. That's the opening they're looking for. A splitter to follow it up. Laurel at half HP. Gets off the changing guard here. See if he can jump away. They actually just back out for the Wukong's command entirely, leaving Tim's for dead. So just the support is what OG got off of that. They get the meta to be activated from Yatoro.
They got meta, both, and Wukong.
Play it slow.
Definitely an opening here. You have to look for something. Well, the courier just ran in with the Daedalus. It got delivered, though. They didn't kill it.
Get to it in time. The meta's going to wear out, and they're kind of being surrounded here. Team Spirit are not retreating. They're taking this tier 2. But once they start trying to leave, well, eventually the initiation's going to come through. And that's Yoposh, blown up Laurel. He's gone. Yatoro trying to slow him down with the Scotty where he can. Nico challenging him, just trying to bash him up. Lit his other 2 cores back away. Nico taking a lot of damage. Yules, Glimmer Cape, he's out. Shackle shot attempted. That's going to be Lincoln's done. He does have the focus fire on him, but he's got to be careful of these illusions, which are kind of dicing him up. Collapse gets hit by Nico. Yatoro on the run, trying to find an opening to get it teleported away, but the shackle shot, it latches onto him. Yatoro slowed down just enough. They're going to catch up to him. Yatoro, all that's left is a Sunder Mark and maybe a kill, but not even that is going to be available. OG deny him everything. Team Spirit, they get surrounded, and OG pick them apart piece by piece.
Why did they stay there like that? They had to have a read of what was going to happen. OG could have even played that slow, right? They could have waited till the meta was down completely.
Yep.
Because you have long-range stuns. You can't just really TP out there. Maybe that's what Spirit were thinking. We can't TP out. We have to just stay and prepare for the fight. But they use both. They use Wukong. They use meta. The meta's running down. You're still in this area? If I'm OG, I feel like I already won that fight. I'm just stalking them and waiting for my moment. And now, what a moment they found. Big shackle shots to land, big kills to pick up. Tim's wants the +1, and they're going to get it here. Not Natsumi.
This just feels a little silly now.
He's going ham.
Now we're just giving away extra heroes on top of this. So OG, now they've got the numbers advantage for 60 seconds instead of 40.
So Wind Ranger is all of a sudden level 25, gets that super nice advanced focus fire talent. And he is dealing some deeps. Full AC on Nico as well. Worth mentioning here, this is another aura to add to the mix as they are stacking up.
Laurel, you got to get out of here. This positioning does you no good. What a hit from Nico! He got ahead of him on that boundless strike.
What?
Where are you going?
Is that the game?
I mean, it might just be that Team Spirit have gone from now, Yatoro's back up, now they're going to be waiting on Laurel for 60 seconds.
OG feeling the moment right here. His game slipped away from him a little bit, but they absolutely took it back. And Skem is gigantic. This is the value of the Chen. He just farms so fast. Once more ahead of the Spirit cores, who are not going to be happy with how this game has gone, win or lose, I don't think they're going to be happy about it.
Is this a Hail Mary from Team Spirit's play
Yeah, feels
for
like
Roshan interference here, but they're going to be met by a ward. So they know there's something here, something smoked up. Force doesn't quite find a clean jump, but he does get little info.
Cannot go on this.
Yeah, they can't go on. I mean, underneath the Ags plus the AC, he does not take damage.
Look at his armor with all the... Under all the Chen buffs, he has plus 64 on the 15.
That's funny. Lotus Orb bouncing back the Shackle Shot. Doesn't land on a Natsumi. Natsumi takes his time. Wait, no, got hit by the Ice Path. Trying to finish that collab. A little bit more damage. Wait, he's going to die. The Atoro here. He got collab, sure, but it's not going to be worth your life. They lose their carry. Now Nico, he doesn't have sprint anymore. He's going to die as well. Team Spirit. I thought this was a Roshan for the taking for OG. Now it's Team Spirit who have full control of the pit.
That dead shot was so damn clutch. Rue has been huge this game. Absolutely huge on this Morta. And this might give you Toro and Aegis. Level 25 as well, has the extra meta duration. I mean, this game just has it all, man. Throws, on takebacks, on throws.
Yeah, up and down and up and down.
They do have that level 25 on the Lesh, which is worth mentioning because you do get that extra Edict explosion, which is absolutely massive for this hero scale. On top of that, Hex, he is a huge force to be reckoned with. But again, the jumps from OG, they need to be together. They need to be on point. And look at this dead shot on the Wind Ranger man.
Beautiful.
That's the fight right there. He gets out. There's no stun that's going to like land on him there and keep him in the range of that terribly. Rue just drives him into the TB DPS, and there's no way out.
I mean, trying that with your BKB on cooldown, just...
It was a risky move.
It feels so arrogant, you know?
Did you get that physical damage reduction in the win run, even if the MKB is hitting you? But as we saw there, it didn't seem to do much with Daedalus plus MKB.
No, he died. So
and that's a huge roast to get. You get Aegis on the TB, you get Cheese on him, but you also get that Refresher Shard. So now you can throw that on Laurel, who just finished BKB. Suddenly you have double Wukong, double BKB Monkey King.
What's a Leshrac got to do here? 4,600 gold in the bank.
Well, according to you, he would buy Nihilism, the best Leshrac item, right? No? Okay. Not so big on it anymore, huh?
I mean, he's got a Wind Ranger and a Slardar. It's pretty grief in this game.
You don't have a lot of options.
Wind Waker? I mean, they already have Nullifier and the Monkey King, but even just a little bit of a disjoint goes a long ways against the...
I almost want to say Aeon Disc or something, but...
Yeah, I mean, same problem, right? Nullifier.
Yeah, I just can't see... If you're Yopaj, you want survivability here. Whatever he feels will give him the most of that.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
That's what you go for, but it's going to be an aggressive smoke into the Yatoro Aegis.
Oh, gee. They had a great fight down here last time.
They need a clutch shackle.
Oh, the smoke! It's gonna break while they're on the high ground. Scythe of Ice goes out onto the Slardar. He's in a bit of trouble. Nullifier on him. Gets the disruption. That's gonna buy him a little bit of time. When he comes out, Wukong's command, Ice Path, Macro Pyre, all the damage, Boundless Strike, everything they've got. But Nico is still alive. Skem, not so much. The Chen does end up going down, and maybe his army too. Laurel's gonna chase after him here. He's got a refresher. He got the BKB. He's gonna challenge Force. Force is making a run for it. OG not feeling so good about this fight anymore. They only lose their Chen.
That's a big loss, though, the amount of auras he contributes. You can see Spirit. You do not want to chase too far away from where Yatoro is. You have to keep in mind this Terrorblade has no move speed because he's true 6-slotted. You have to play around him. You can't overextend.
Meta lasts so long.
I still got half that duration.
Yeah, it's not like there's this window.
Just the buyback from the Chen.
Really?
Shackle
Force is going to die here. Disruptor goes down.
Big
Yopaj,
damage.
he has to go in. Terror Wave to push away the rest of the heroes so they can focus on Yopaj. Yopaj almost dead. Forced out, trying to get away. Nullifier goes out, but a little bit of heals. He's got the X on him. Anything to stop the X pullback? Well, they do have the tidal wave, but they didn't push him back in. Yopaj managed to get back out, and now he's looking at Yatoro, who is limping away on low HP. There goes the first life. Natsubi struck in from the side. Killed the Jigiro. What about the second life, Yatoro? Oh, he burns fast. He goes down so quick. Team Spirit had nothing to bail him out. No disables, it seems. And once Yatoro is gone, it's just a grab back. Get everything you can. If you're OG, kill every hero you can find. There's no damage. There's no threat left.
Nice shackle from Collapse, but too late in this fight. TB got melted by Disseminate on top of a Hex. He has no BKB. You have to remember that in this game. The second he gets stunned, and if you chain stun him, you're going to win that fight. That's really what this game comes down to. Not able to finish off Yopaj. How does he get out of here?
I have no idea, man.
He got stunned by the split earth and just...
A random shackle that doesn't even land.
The wave missed by such a tight margin. You don't have Satanic to heal up here. You don't have a BKB on your second life. He tried to sub in that Hurricane Pike, but he had cooldown on it, so no way Terrorblade gets out of this situation. Didn't even have Lincoln's up yet.
And the Leshrac is such a crucial part of being able to kill this Terrorblade, right? The tidal wave lands, it pushes the Leshrac in. Yes. They kill the Lesh, and maybe at least OG have to buy back or something to get that kill. But as it is, OG back up to 11K and a second lane of barracks.
No buyback available.
There is tier 2 at the top lane, so they're not going to be able to go for Megas. Not enough time to take the throne.
Mid-wave got pulled by a Muerta Illusion, but they do have the bottom wave still. Not enough confidence to go for the game ender here with that Terrorblade respawning. We'll give Spirit one more shot. But OG have a lot of money to spend. My God, they are sitting on bank right now. So you have to imagine they're going to have all their buybacks available if you're Spirit. I mean, 7K gold on Yopaj. You gotta buy something here, man. Like Moonshard, if you don't know. Like, just spend the gold. You have 6K on the Slardar. Almost 4K on the Wind Ranger. There was 4K on Skem. He bought out something. Jeez. This entire lead was just sitting in the bank for OG. So they're going to have to make some final decisions here on what they want.
It's kind of awkward because you want to keep some buyback gold still.
Look at Spirit, though. Going straight for the throat. Such a dangerous smoke when you know OG are sitting on so much gold. They're going to have the buybacks available. You have no buyback on Terrorblade right now. No BKB, no Satanic. Survivability is so limited.
I mean, I think that's part of the reason why they're going for it, right? Like, you have to be the initiators for the fight. In order to get the initiation, you got to do some crazy, you know, aggressive smokes.
I don't think you can win that long of a fight, though, into the 10 lives. The 9 lives. I mean, sure, Chen doesn't have buy, whatever. I think you have to play for next Roche here.
Soldier's fortune.
Or at least one more item on Yatoro if he can farm it up or get his buyback available. The late game scale for OG is kicking in right now between the Lesh and the Wind Ranger. You always have that Shadow Demon to bail you out too. Like, a key disruption in the fight can change everything. Here come the auras. Time Warp aura, Prowler aura, War Drums aura.
Long list of buffs for the OG heroes.
It really is ridiculous in the fight. Like, you just get so many small boosts that make a big difference. You can get these heroes up to 70, 80 armor, which is just disgusting.
And OG, they dodged the smoke play from Team Spirit. Any of the aggression has been ruined by OG playing to the top side of the map, and now they're the ones threatening. Maybe we're going to go Megas. Team Spirit have to be inside their base for fear of this threat, which pushes them in an awkward position when it comes to this next Roshan.
Yeah, both teams just want Roche here. And both teams do have buybacks available. I mean, everybody basically has buyback except that Terrorblade who's trying to farm it up right now. It'll be a big one for Yatoro to snag. Just feels like Spirit are missing some of those last talents too. We're looking at all these 25s for OG. Spirit are missing some of their big 25s. The Monkey King ring, they're 2 levels off, and the Muerta Deadshot charges. They're very far off.
Got the Corrosive Haze. That's undispellable on Yotaro. Trying to push away this Slardar, and he's making a run for it. Hits the crush. Oh, wait, Laurel immediately shackled. Manta trying to dodge a little bit of damage. Yopaj hitting the right-hand side, and Laurel still dies. 2 picked off on the side of Spirit as OG Force just kind of goes in, gets Spirit to take a bit of a bait because he is so tanky.
OG do not want to overextend here into buybacks and end up losing that Roche.
Yeah, I mean, Meta got used. If Roshan spawns at the right time here, I mean, you got the full control. You can let Meta just tick out here.
It's a risky fight. Conservative play is to go for Roche, which is sitting in that bottom pit right now.
Disruption illusions will be dealt with. No real damage being done by those. $71,000 heal done by Scam.
Pretty good.
Yopaj, every single time that Shivas pops, my heart rate goes up a little bit, thinking he's going to blink in. But not here. They're going to set... Oh, wait! Instant sight device on the Slardar. Still, though, he is so tanky and hard to kill. He lives long enough that Disruption goes on. Tidal Wave trying to push him in, but no. And between the split Earth and the water being laid on the ground by Nico, they are taking over this base. Bit by bit, Tear Wave goes out, push them into a Macro Fire Ice Path. That's a beautiful setup there. Nico trying to go in with his BKB. Here comes Yopaj going after Rue. Yotaro is being untested here, though. And that's why OG are just going to back out.
You get the Kunkka out of that. Force the Tear Wave. Meta up in 9 seconds if you want to try and get something here as OG.
I mean, there's no need, right? Roshan's up, guys.
Roshan is up, but the game is in your grasp. You win one more fight.
Got the Pro through Lincoln's got a disruption on Yopaj. He wants to go for it, hit by the Ice Path. Wasn't able to get the setup. Has to BKB and back out. Got a Wukong's command out of Laurel, though.
Spirit don't have enough lockdown.
If they're gonna
really struggling to keep heroes in the vicinity of this Terrorblade. You have that 1 Hex, but there's always the disruption that can come out, and then you just pop BKB, run it off. There's no BKB control in this lineup. We're really seeing it hurt them in this ultra late game. As Roche, he's gonna change sides here.
Arcane Blink for the Wind Ranger, Overwhelming Blink for the Leshrac.
Just trying to fully upgrade these kits right now.
Is Overwhelming Blink really the... like, he could buy an Ag Synth and get another item on top of that. Did you really need to upgrade your Blink?
The slow is kind of annoying.
Well, I'm talking about the Arcane Blink for the Wind Ranger. He has a slot.
Yeah.
OG not going to get caught inside the Roshan pit. The blink in. Go after Rue. The Slardar in some trouble. Disruption will buy him some time here. Terror Wave not really hitting too much. Nico hits another crush and makes a run for it. He just cannot seem to deal with this. Natsumi used his Focus Fire on a Panto. Couldn't get the kill because of Ghost Scepter. Laurel tries to chase after him. Unable. They have to stay close to Yotaro here. They can't drift away too far. OG hitting from every single side. Team Spirit huddled up around their carry as best they can. Panto finally gets picked off, though. Laurel trying to set up for Wukong's command, but OG are just not giving them the opening. In and out, feint after feint, getting Team Spirit to bite, and then they jump in, then they find their mark, then they find their opening, get the kill onto Laurel. Another hero down, pushing forward. Yopaj finding another one. It's going to be Panto. A third death on the side of Team Spirit, and only one buyback. That's going to be Laurel using his 3 heroes left on the side of Team Spirit. Who gives a damn about Roshan? You've got the advantage now.
They are just dancing around them. Spirit cannot lock a single hero down for any amount of time for Yotaro to deal the DPS. They are getting kited and outplayed in this late game, and it is not often you see that.
That's going to
be all this strength and nothing to do with it.
Megas, and they're not stopping yet. Yotaro all in for the Divine Rapier. A final hold. Pops the meta. They already jump in after him. Yotoro's trying to put the damage, but he get hit by the splitters, and he's gone. Divine Rapier is gone. Yotaro is gone. This game 1 is gone for Team Spirit. Yotaro is already out of the lobby. He wants none of this. OG. They beat Team Spirit in the early game, and they spanked them in the late game.
This team is on a roll, man. Terrifying to play against when they have their strats and they know how to use them.
Say it ain't so, Avery.
It's so. The dreaded Luna that you never want your own team to play. It has arrived.
30 seconds to battle.
Will Yatoro be able to win with it? It's been some time since we've seen someone win with this hero. Though I have a feeling he might play it more as just a traditional hard carry than the Ags build.
Yeah, probably.
Can be a...
Do really like that Ags build, though.
Yeah, that build can be annoying against the Wind Ranger because you just orbital bombard him to death.
Yeah, the same goes with the Furion, right?
Sure. So there's some potential there. Support's looking for first blood up here.
Natsumi in some trouble. He's going to take a lot of damage before he's even nightmared, and now he's going to be full duration whipped. When Run trying to get back underneath the tower, he's just going to die. They'll find him. Blood grenade or an auto attack, something will find its mark, and that will be first blood for Rue.
That's nice. Get some early boots or mana regen up. You get a whoopee cushion as well. Probably would have preferred that tonic, but hey, free Carney Classic, can't complain. Also, I was pointing this out to you. What? This guy's the most cursed axe cosmetics.
Yeah.
What? I don't understand anything this guy ever has on his axe.
That has to be one of the cosmetics. There's he's got three.
He's got 3 severed heads on his belt.
Yeah.
And one of them looks like me.
Where did it come from?
It's very scary. I don't know if we can get like the portrait shot of his belt, but one of them literally, I thought I was looking at me.
Yeah, you can't really see it unless he's faced the right direction from the top down, sadly.
I don't remember what this cosmetic's from. I mean, the rest of his are cursed too. He's got some molten lobster claw going on. He's got the flame cloak. I don't know, man.
The big fist.
Yeah, this guy's on something. He's cooking something else, and it's cosmetics.
Well, we got another unique hero in this game, and I
there it
have
is.
no idea.
What? This is a hard. This could be Vertigo, dude. I don't know what this is. Oh, now you can kind of see it.
There it is. Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's some cursed. Like, what is that? Why is that in the game?
It's so
Look, the last one on the right looks like me, dude.
It had hair.
Yeah, I used to have hair. And then I got my head cut off, apparently.
Apparently.
What do you about this Ricky pick? Where did this go?
Yeah, I was trying to get to that. Ricky, really?
Ricky Maru for Tim's. This tells me OG are feeling a little cocky. You know, they're like, yeah, we're not just gonna outplay and beat you. We're gonna outplay and beat you with dog heroes. What are you gonna do about it? It is a nice counter to the Ringmaster, and I think they were thinking about some hero that can disrupt the Bane and Ringmaster in terms of silences. I think it does fit that, so it's a really cool pick conceptually. Just a very difficult hero to make work in competitive Dota because his laning is... It's like okay level 1 to 3, but kind of doesn't do anything after that. And then you can kind of get level starved. He doesn't fight well in jungle areas.
You're talking about the shard from the Riki? Like the can't target allies?
Smoke screen in general, you can take the level 10 radius talent, you can take the 15 cooldown talent, and then you can get the shard. And this thing just becomes an 8-second massive cloud of minus armor, which has good synergy with their amp plus the 2 physical damage dealers, on top of the untargetability for the Ringmaster and the AoE silence for a lot of these spellcasters in the fight.
Yeah, because they do have double saves, right? It's not just the Ringmaster, but they also have Bane, which is Nightmare sometimes is suitable save.
Very good smokescreen game. People forget about the fact that Shard gives it -5 armor. But if you look at this lineup, -5 armor on top of Furion hitting you, Wind Ranger hitting you, you're getting Slardar Amp. That is a lot.
Sure.
So I like the synergy on multiple areas. I think it's a cool pick.
You just have to make sure that you can do well in lane. Yes, this hero does not gift you much when it comes to the laning phase.
Nope. His 2 weaknesses are his laning against range heroes, which unfortunately he's against 2, and his ability to push waves and farm neutral camps is kind of bad compared to most subs.
Kind of bad. I mean, he's got to be one of the worst, right?
It's pretty bad.
Anyway, so we'll see how this bottom lane goes. 16-4 right now for Yatoro. So he's gotten a couple denies in, though. 4 seems perfectly fine, 16-2. So this Riki is not costing them at least this early laning phase whatsoever.
Fighting for the 4-minute water rune, trying to deny it. But Laurel will get it. Oh, Yopaj.
Laurel is dead.
Okay. Big plays. Big plays from Tims on this rune. Yopaj with the TP into the stuck spot that he unstucks himself from.
So not only is Nico doing perfectly fine as kind of a solo offlaner, but Tims successfully rotates and kills the Quap.
That's huge. Super huge for them.
OG once again getting some things done in laning phase here. Still down in net worth, it looks like, so Team Spirit must be making up elsewhere, and that is Collapse top of the board, 27-1.
He's a big boy up here. Get some stacks going. He is going to be a beast in this game, and I think that will be the biggest difference, honestly, between this game 1 and 2, is you have Collapse on an actual hero.
Yeah.
That is not going to be completely abused in lane and fall behind and be pure utility. He's going to be on one of his signature jump, stun, killers. That is what he's known for. He is the best player to ever play Dota 2 with a blink dagger and a stun.
Scam in some trouble, but if the trade-off is Collapse's life, I'm sure they're happy with it. Dagger plus the blood grenade were not enough tick-out damage. Good use of his souvenir to get down to the low ground there with the whoop cushion. But successful rotation from Yopaj.
So hard to stop the mid-Furion gameplay. It's just impossible. You just have to accept you're going to bleed out some kills on these side lanes, and at some point be able to outscale him in the mid-game. I think that one valley is where you can abuse this mid-Furion. He's always going to get the Vessel, he's going to get the Blade Mail, and then after that 1 or 2 item period after the Vessel Blade Mail is when you can kind of
look at this
take it to him.
Massive move from Team Spirit. They brought 4 heroes to the middle lane.
And they got nothing.
As the 6-minute rune spawns. And they did not get the Furion they were searching for, and they secured an Invis rune. Who the hell cares?
Yeah, that's unlucky. Collapse didn't miss too much top. Didn't hurt him that much, but that's a lot of time. Hurts your morale, too. Make a move like that, it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah.
Start thinking, what are we doing here? It is solo XP for Yatoro, though, which is always nice on his Luna. Get those glaive points up and start accelerating your farm considerably. Got to start thinking about ancient stacks in this game. Wisdom Shrine's coming up soon. This is another big point of contention. That Furion can always go there, but he went
Wrath
bottom.
of Nature is up, and they're going to go for the kill on bottom lane. While also going for the kill at top. OG is going to chase down Collapse. They'll get that one with a focus fire. Yopaj successfully kills Yatoro. Wow,
He
OG
just so clean.
just taking over both the side lanes. Double core kills. Get some earn charges for Yopaj as well.
Perfect timing. That earlier axe kill gets you to your focus fire. Then you have Wrath of Nature, gives you the core kills on both side lanes while they're going for the Wisdom Shrine. Trying to find
push him
Yopaj.
back into the team. The Sonic Wave from behind into the whip. No, the whip didn't land. They'll still have the damage, though. Yopaj falls, and with Yatoro joining them, they're going to jump on a Laurel here. Not too hits the shackle shot. Can they finish him off before the blink? They got a bash towards the end. That'll do it. Force on a sliver of HP here. 50 HP, hit by the Battle Hunger and the dagger. He'll go down. Natsumi and Tims now on the run. Whip hits onto Tims. He gets low. Blood grenade on him, but he's healing up enough. He has a tricks to be able to get down to low ground if necessary. They're fighting over the shrine. Now Natsumi doesn't want to give it up. The teleport's coming in for Yopaj. This is going to be a brawl here. All fighting over the shrine. The whip pushes them out, and they do manage to get the Shrine of Wisdom onto Yopaj and get the kill on Collapse. OG, they bled out some heroes there, but then they bleed Team Spirit out just as easily.
You got shackled to the funhouse mirror illusion, dude. That's
Really?
That sucks so much. Yopaj gets the shrine. Did cost them a Ricky buyback, but as I say that, it's a Ricky buyback, so
yeah,
it doesn't matter too much here. A really ridiculous sequence. I mean, we are seeing Spirit. I was looking at this draft, and I feel like this draft tells me they felt they could not fight early last game, and they ramped that up considerably. 2 supports with a lot of early lockdown spell damage and Axe Quap who are going to be able to skirmish and jump heroes. And we can see here, they're just bringing everybody to this bottom fight. Like, screw it. You want to play this game? We'll match you. And they are matching them. But it is difficult to match the early game presence of the Furion. He's just always the strongest early game hero. I don't care what you say. Wrath of Nature's ridiculous spell. The amount of farm he can accrue and be anywhere is just so powerful.
And he's got an Arcane Rune, so the timing is sped up just a bit faster. Expect to see some sort of OG move
This
Next
bottom
40
tower is
seconds.
just getting melted, man.
Skim's going to work.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Level 5 Jakiro, 2 levels. And that liquid fire.
Radiant's bottom tower has
Solid
fallen.
laning phase from OG again. Not as crazy as it could have been at this point, though. We've seen them run away with some Furion games for sure. You know, this is in the upper half, but it's not. This game's over. And honestly, the first game looked a lot worse at this point, too. So I guess in that sense, Spirit have improved the laning phase in this series.
Has been killed.
Oof. Of course, loses his courier with
That's a lot.
1,000 gold on it.
Any stacks? There's one ancient stack right now for Spirit. They definitely want more in this game. Both the Axe and the Luna want to be clearing out ancients as much as
Dire's
possible.
middle tower is under attack.
Game is quieted down a little bit as all these supports are trying to get some levels right now.
Where do you stand on the no blink dagger axe?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Panto making a run for it. Yopaj
That was
teleporting on right on top of Force.
That was kind of a weak TP. What was that?
I think he thought maybe Force was getting gone on. Like he was going to get eclipsed or something.
That's...
Dire's middle
He has
tower
he has
is
2
under
Vessel charges, so this Furion's super strong right now. You want to be getting some action going if you can. Clap's doing some stacks. Working towards that Blade Mail. Going to be a better timing on the Blade Mail this time around. He's cooking. Getting his ass beat by the Lizard here. But gets the job done. And OG just settled for a tower push. Unable to find the skirmishing around the map. Not getting the Vestal to work. They will just throw it onto
Hit him with the
Laurel.
ice path. Okay. Rue protecting Laurel, making sure there's no follow-up there.
I was tempted to Sonic Wave this catapult they protected, but no. Good enough. Heads up TP, no stuns available.
Yeah, that is the downside of Riki Furion. Yeah, you could play this invis teleport in game, but no disables between the two.
It's going to be an awkward early game for OG because they're going to have to get this blink on the Slardar, but he's going to get given the least priority. And there's going to be double Blade Mail available for Spirit between the Axe and the Quap, which sometimes can cause the Furion some problems. I mean, he's very tanky, he has very high HP, but you're a Blade Mail hero yourself.
Yeah, thinking on it, I feel like Slardar has to be, in a way, one of the more awkward heroes with Furion, because he's not quite a hero that just wants to run around and kill things. And he's also kind of a slow farmer, and Wrath of Nature ends up taking so much of the farm off the map for you. Eclipse is going to be used to try and get a return kill off of Panto dying. Okay, Force push right back into Yotoro. Will end up dying, teleport away from the Furion. Tim still has dagger on him, so he will die as well. That is more than worth it for Team Spirit.
Super value for Laurel. He's in a really good spot now. And this is also one of the biggest differences. This Axe can threaten the Wind Ranger this game. It's a very good matchup. Again, you have double Blade Mail cores against Wind Ranger. Just completely debilitates the hero until you get to a survivability item or a BKB. You just can't ult any of these heroes. You'll straight up kill yourself before they die. So
Furion just teleports right onto Collapse. Panto, though, was making a move at the same time, and he's the one to die for it.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Spirit taking mid tower though. They're looking a lot better this time around. And this game, it's not that this game is going poorly for OG, but again, I'm a little worried for their ability to all-in Spirit's Blade Mail cores with the heroes they have here as they try and pick up the pace. We are going to go into this 14-minute Wisdom Shrine, though. This is a point of attack for them. If they can get a good smoke or good movement, these are really nice objectives to attack with the map mobility of the Furion.
I was about to say, which side? Because I feel like both teams might make some sort of play here.
Way harder for Spirit to invade. They would very much like to defend theirs with Sonic Wave coming up here in 30 seconds.
Dire are scanning.
In fact, we already see like Panto pinging out this high ground ward spot. You have to be a little wary about Ricky setting up deep wards
Scanning.
to enable this kind of fight. He gets scanned, in fact. Super heads up read from Spirit.
Oh, got him on the wheel. Well played, Rue.
Yeah, they knew that play was coming.
And he thinks, he's going to think now, okay, there's an Observer Ward Sentry on the high ground.
That was Sentry in the lane that scouted him.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, but like, Ricky
yeah,
thinks
for sure.
that there's a high ground ward now, when there is not. He was pinging it.
So that shuts down the aggressive go for that Wisdom Shrine. Again, just nothing to TP into here for Yopaj. He's been sitting on these 2 Vessel charges for 6 or 7 minutes now.
Yeah. I mean, at this rate, you're going to have a Manta done for Yotaro before he gets to use the Vessel.
Okay, here's a smoke designed to find him, though.
He's going to show on the range creep. But he's not going to show for long. OG aren't going to be able to pounce on him in that moment. They're going to have to wrap around, head into the neutrals area.
A camp block almost backfired on him. There's no camp to farm there for Yotaro because I got the sentry blocked by the Ricky, so he just left. Smoke misses.
Radiant are
It's your Maelstrom Wind Ranger timing.
Laurel goes straight in with the Blade Mail.
You can't
and
ult
a
him.
focus fire for Natsumi. Not what he wants at all. The Sonic Wave pushed them away. In fact, he is still trying to get out of here. Laurel chased after him, got a little bit more damage. Yopaj, he gets the kill on Yotaro, though, and the Bane dies. That looks so good for Team Spirit. Laurel going in like that, and somehow it doesn't quite work. He's doing fine. In fact, they might be able to kill the Yopaj. Yeah, they got him locked down. The Culling Blade will finish him off. Collapse is left in the middle of 3 heroes there, and he ticked out to the Spirit Vessel. That's going to be a team wipe. Collapse, one more kill before he goes down. In the end, a 3 for 5.
I do not understand how that went as well for OG as it did.
Yeah, seriously.
It just Furion being a stupid hero, I guess, because he cleaned up the backside.
I mean, look at the damage from Jakiro.
Yeah, Macro did some work. Luna's squishy at this point. 1,000 HP on Yotaro. You run in with Mom. Remove your own armor. I mean, you can get chunked.
What, was he Sprout Macropyred?
I also think Natsumi, he's lucky to get out of here. Oh, he killed himself with a Blade Mail.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah, Clips into Blade Mail is going to do it. There's a lot of Blade Mails in this game. Everyone's just trying not to kill themselves on the reflection. So that's huge for OG that they get that connection. Also really nice you pick up the Laurel kill here with the tick out. He was starting to snowball in this game. And once more, Natsumi cannot hit Collapse here. He has to wait it out, so he'll get another dunk. Double kill, killing spree for him, but then Natsumi gets to clean up the streak, plus 400 in his pocket. Not a bad fight for the Wind Ranger and the Furion, but a pretty good fight for the Axe, who now has Blink.
Tower has fallen.
And Spirit kind of circling this area. Want to defend their triangle, want to defend the ancient area always. As the Ricky's going for some more camp blocks, but that'll be cleared up quickly.
Yeah, Blink Dagger makes a world of difference for Team Spirit. They didn't really have that initiation. They've got so much follow-up to a jump, right?
Yes.
They've got the saves if the Axe, steps too far out there and is in some trouble. But then they've got so much backline damage to throw into a call.
That's why it's scary for Yopaj to go in deep in these fights. Even with the Blade Mail, there's a decent chance you get called Blade Mailed yourself, or you get slept, or you get gripped, or you get wheeled, right? Like, there's a lot of potential to lock you down, wait out your Blade Mail, and kill you if he doesn't see some of these heroes.
Sure.
And, I mean, that puts a lot more pressure on Tims with this Ricky to scout out the start of the fight and set it up well. Get in there, disable the Bane, disable the Ringmaster save.
Going Rod of Atos, huh?
Interesting option. Tanks him up a bit while giving more long-range lockdown for the Furion to play off of. Spirit will get the D-ward up here on the lane.
What would you think about Yules instead? Because it's an Axe.
I would
Also
like
gives him
Yules
like
better,
a pseudo stun, could stop teleports.
Yeah, I like the Yules better. I mean, Yules is just a better item. Atos is just not a good item unless you get it ultra fast or you're building it into Gleipnir like Timbersaw is saying.
Which I assume he's going to because he wants the big
Maybe.
smoke screen, but that's pretty ambitious for a Ricky,
Yeah, for sure.
who doesn't really farm well.
Oh, nice little rune for Laurel. Finishes his Kaya, picks up an amp damage, level 12, so level 2 Sonic Wave online as well. Nice little power spike for him. I mean, Spirit are ready to fight. Absolutely ready to fight here. You have your nighttime vision as well. Got to remember the bonus night vision on the Luna and the Bane in this game.
Yeah, they've got double night vision.
Pretty nice for setting up these fights. Makes it more difficult for the Ricky to walk in on some of these sentry traps as well.
You've got Blade Mail 2.0. as well. You've got a Mjolnir for the Wind Rangers, so we'll see that active come into play. People are going to have to pick and choose their targets quite wisely here. Force going to be, oh, he gets the blink ahead of Collapse's blink.
Might still be able to catch him.
Teleport in the corner. Is he away? Is he hiding?
He's
not teleporting away. He's going to come back in. He's going to go for it. Oh, is this going to be the play? What an ice path, but they're not underneath the macro pyre. Yopash got caught on the side of the wheel. He's going to be calling bladed down. Why did they turn? He could have gotten away.
They just didn't see everybody there. I don't think they ever saw Yatoro. So he's thinking, you know, I'm getting chased by a support in an axe or something. We can turn with the Fury on TP. Normally, you'd be correct, but Spirit brought the numbers. And Yopash just TP'd straight into the wheel. Instant hypnotize. Never got the blade mail off.
Got the shackle, but they don't feel confident. And now they don't have a stun. They weren't sure what was behind him. There was nothing. Nothing at all.
Just Bane's causing them issues.
Tormentor is going to spawn, and they are going to get through the gate before Team Spirit is set up. Riki's going to lead the way here.
Spirit are ready to fight this, though. They still have that amp damage on the Queen.
But what if the Queen is the one to be jumped? Crush in a smoke screen. It stops Collapse initiation as well, but they don't have enough follow-up. Scam couldn't really get an ice path there. Yopashi teleports in deep with his blade mail. They're going to finish off Panto, use the Fiend's grip for the few seconds he's got. Shackle shot, latches down Collapse as he tries to make his run away. Sonic Wave trying to push back some heroes. It hit nothing. He went for Tim's, didn't even get anything there. Toro's underneath the focus fire. Macro Pyre is going to get burned out. OG, they have just completely trounced Team Spirit in this fight. Nico thought Laurel was hiding in the trees there, gets another blink off, but Force might be able to chase him. Blade Mail, that's not going to stop him. OG running down Team Spirit.
Dude, what a manly TP by Yopash. Just straight into the heart of the beast. Pops the Blade Mail, says, what are you going to do about it, son? I know I'm going to win the fight. Spirit do not want to turn. I thought they were going to be able to turn that fight, though, after all that was said and done. Like, you had Sonic Wave level 2, you had an axe jump. Just whiffed on everything.
He did 3,500 damage. It didn't seem like the Sonic Wave hit anything, right?
I don't think it hit shit.
So how did he do 3,500 damage still? Nice catch from Collapse. Good read of the situation. He sees the Furion. He's like, nah, I don't have the HP for that. Instead.
Well, you gotta remember, some of that damage came from some of this early fight, but also the Blade Mill at the very end off the chase down.
Yeah, that's true.
This TP's just straight in your face. And this is the point where I thought, okay, Spirit are going to turn. You're going to pop the Blade Maul on the axe. He's going to run in. If you blink Sonic Wave Yopash here or something, what is he aiming at, man? And then a beautiful shackle. Hits two. Yatoro's done. Natsumi delivering again and again on this Wind Ranger. At this point, just pick it every damn game because the man is a beast. And he's about to have BKB. A few more camps after this fight. He got so much gold out of that. That's amazing for him because now he can just punch through those blade mails. That's what's protecting you a bit right now in this fight. If you can get to BKB on the Wind Ranger, BKB on the Furion, fight is wide open for OG in that mid game. And it will be an Ags build-up on this Luna. So not some like traditional butterfly hard carry or anything. It's just straight Ags Eclipse going to try and lay it into these heroes. But again, the BKBs are coming out at a pretty good pace now. If you didn't give up that fight, I'd say you have a pretty good chance to just win this game as Spirit based off the snowball, but now you're going to have to deal with some very tanky heroes in the fight. Might just come down to whether Collapse can find the big calls or not.
Does kind of feel that way. Again, they have so much follow-up to his call, but if he doesn't find that call, if Tim's makes his life a living hell with this Rod of Atos smoke screen. Now, Yopash is out pretty far here, and he doesn't have BKB. They tried to go for that fight next to the Tier 2 tower, and Team Spirit had every single TP available.
That was ambitious without the BKB.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not doing that much damage on his own at this point.
Yeah, it's the Blade Mail. It's the Blade Mail or Big Wrath of Nature.
And there's the Ags for the Luna. That was a big misstep by OG.
Yeah.
They threw away their best hero on the map, and then they gave Spirit this timing that you can now make a 5-on-4 play with.
Yeah, now you've got a couple minutes where Ags Eclipse versus No BKBs. One
Oh,
BKB.
you find the Wind Ranger?
He's got hit, but it's got the call. He gets off the BKB before the call lands. That makes a huge difference. Less damage there. Escape back to save the Axe's life. He still ticks out from all the damage. Oh, it got him on the Eclipse. No, he didn't.
Okay, no
Not
harm done.
enough beams. Gets away from the AoE on the last tick of damage.
Lucky to get out of there. Very clutch BKB, though. Otherwise, you just get eclipsed instantly.
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower
I guess that's
is
a
under
favorable
attack.
trade for OG.
Radiant's top tower is under
Defensive Nightmare. Panto is going to die to this, and Yotaro doesn't have his axe anymore, so trying to fight this one out. Kind of a bold choice. Yeah, they're buying back like this. I mean, they need to bail out Yotaro at least.
Nice Manta dodge on the Shackle. Get you out of the situation, but that's a Bane buyback.
I mean, I think they're also fighting for Roshan here, right? So,
And you know there's no BKB on the Wind Ranger. So in theory, there's an opening. Still no BKB completed on the Prophet as well. Yeah, Spirit would love to finish the 4-staff Hurricane Pike on Yotaro and the BKB on Collapse, so they have some defensibility on these cores at least.
they want to make move for Collapse on the Riki Slardar duo. In fact, Natsumi's even going to join them, though. This illusion did spot Natsumi. Did they see him getting smoked up there? Well, either way, it doesn't matter. They're not hitting in the right direction.
Ooh, Roche tossing some fools out here.
Careful there, Laurel.
Laurel got bopped.
A little distracted, goes in, activates the blade mail before the crush goes out. Still though, Ice Path Macro Fire gonna do a lot.
Oh,
Take
that
back to bail him out. What a beautiful shackle! Stops the initiation from Collapse, and they pin him down. Now Rue's gonna be up next. Little Funhouse Miro, but yeah, he's already pulled the plug on this entire team fight. He says this is done. They get Roche. I'm gonna go farm.
Clutch plays by Natsumi. Yet again, no BKB available for the Axe. Means you can't prevent that Shackle landing. Just stops that entire team fight. And Spirit unprepared for the wraparound smoke from OG. Caught him off guard. Laurel blinks into it. Easy Roche. Give the Aegis to whoever you want here, but I want to give it to Natsumi, I would assume. As BKB is going to be finished here for Yopaj. OG fully online. They are ready to fight, ready to cook here. And they're getting a lot of farm on their supports too, including this Riki. Normally a hard hero to get the gold on, but when you're winning these fights, Tim's finding a lot. Ato's done. He already has that shard online. Already level 15, by the way, so he has both of the smokescreen talents. And that Atolen's coming soon. So this Riki pick fully online here. It's going to do some serious work against the backline. It's going to be obnoxious. And not a target Spirit can really prioritize. I mean, what are you using to kill Riki in this game without jumping some of your cores in? It doesn't feel that easy.
Yeah, you don't want to call him. You don't want to eclipse him. Don't want to grip him, really. You have to. Grip might be your best option at this point.
Then you don't have the BKB control for the Wind Ranger Furion.
Yeah, which allows Natsumi's just going to run in BKB and go straight to Yotaro every time with a focus fire.
He either has to get called or he has to get gripped to protect the Luna. OG know this. 4 minutes on the clock for this Aegis. See where they decide to try and force the fight, or if they just want to try and take some of these tier 2s off the map. Could definitely go for the old, show the Wind Ranger down here, bottom with the Aegis, threatening the tier 2, and make the smoke play at the same time. Furion can connect to that. That would kind of be my play of choice in this situation, because there's just no way Spirit try and make a play on this Wind Ranger right now.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
OG seem to feel otherwise. They will safeguard their Wind Ranger.
Oh, there's a smoke.
Okay.
So they're going for it. I think this is the right play. Spirit can dodge this. They just play ultra safe, but you're giving up a lot of map to dodge this play right now.
Oh, they already... Natsumi, it seems like, already got the smoke, so it seemed like they wanted to do a late re-smoke, and Natsumi could kind of chase after this move of the Slardar Chikiro. It's just a little two-man play. He's going to teleport up to top, and that'll make it a three-man play, but they don't need 3 heroes. They hardly need 2. It's just Panto's Bane who slips right past both heroes.
Spirit did finish up the Hurricane Pike BKB that they were trying to get. So they are looking for the fight right now. They feel strong. There they go. And look at this. Panto. He's going to find Yopaj here and set up the greatest fight of all time.
Nightmare into call. Nico's going to chase after the Bane, but they get the call and the Eclipse to be used to burst down Yopaj. That's going to be a Cullen Blade to finish. And the Fiend's Grip, he's going to die, but even just delaying up force all this time will allow Team Spirit to run after more heroes. They get scammed.
Natsumi, what a shackle
from behind, and Yatoro's just going to be bursted by Natsumi. What a hit from Natsumi. Absolutely fantastic turnaround to a fight that was going well for Team Spirit until it wasn't.
Radiant's top tower is under
So much
attack.
firepower with the Fury on buyback. You can say it's a little wasted here by Yopaj, but he has the gold to spend. Better to secure that teamfight victory. It'll pay back anyway. Beautiful setup from Panto. Like, absolutely beautiful here. You force Yopaj into certain death, and you stall the Slardar this entire time with the grip. Can't really ask for more. Natsumi just making the big plays, and you land the shackles. That's all it takes. He hits 2 cores. Wrath comes through. No save available for Yatoro. He is gone. What a beast.
Absolute monster.
There's 3 TI rings in that shackle.
That's a good line. Nice little funhouse mirror, but will not stop
Radiant's
Tim's
top tower is under
Nico.
attack.
Just like that, OG. Poking the base a little bit.
Radiant's
Get a little
middle
damage
tower
done.
is under attack.
Oh, they know about the ward. So, the ward gets them a kill on the Ringmaster. Doesn't feel amazing.
This game does not feel as close as the networks make it look. Really haven't seen Spirit win anything decisive here.
I mean, I also don't know when Yatoro is able to deal with Natsumi, right? Like, I felt there were times where the Terrorblade, I was like, oh yeah, OG can't handle the Terrorblade right now. I don't know when Natsumi doesn't solo him.
It's just, Natsumi's always going to have an advantage unless you can land an Eclipse on Wind Ranger without BKB or Aegis. That's pretty much it. I mean, I think most of that comes down to the Axe jump.
So we're just...
Like all in on collapse, kind of. Like he has to find this Wind Ranger at some point. That's what's going to kill Natsumi. He's only pretty much going to die in Grip or Axe Call. Luna can give you the damage, but Luna's never going to latch onto this hero. It's just not how it works. So one of those 2 stunners for Spirit have to find him in. So far, it's been the other way around. He'll even get a shard here for some Gale Force action. Not a bad one, honestly, when you have like Ricky Cloud and Ice Path and all this gunk to pull people into, potentially.
Yeah.
Also, not a shard these 2 supports enjoy playing against. You drag the Ringmaster and the Bane in.
Put the back line on the front line.
Middle tower is under
That's
attack.
just playing Dota, baby.
Manta's done for Natsumi. Still trying to fly out to catch up to him, but...
Worthy tribute.
5-man smoke on... Effective 5-man smoke with the Fury on TP.
Is going to find the jump first. As the smokes break, collapse, it breaks, it's Nico to jump first, and he found Yatoro, got the corrosive haze on him, so they spotted the real Luna, and they want to chase after him, but collapse, he does manage to get the call, and they're going to blow up the Slardar. The Eclipse has been blown here, though, so Yopaj and Natsumi may still find an opening to go in, but right now it's not happening. Yopaj took a lot of damage there, and Collapse is going to find it a
Lincoln
re-jump.
one.
Can he get it? Oh, the call is just a half a second too late.
So close to getting that crucial dieback on the Fury. And remember, he has no buy for 4 minutes in this game.
Oh, yeah.
But OG will get out. There's that Eclipse connection on a non-BKB target. Force did not get it off in time. Pays a big price.
Yeah, OG's still sticking around.
Okay.
Find the pick on Panto.
That's value.
He's picking flowers.
Still buys Spirit a lot of time on their cores. Like, this should get Yatoro to BKB. It should get your Quap to the Ags. These are big damage items in this game.
Look at how aggressive they are. Natsumi wants to find another kill, and he'll let Tims lead him. The Bloodhound. Sniff out their next bit of prey.
Radiant are scanning.
Gets a good aggressive ward down. We'll see if Laurel scans that high ground with his gem.
There's the Gleipnir done for the Riki too, so he eventually got there. Atos pays off.
OG up 10K. BKB now done for the Luna. That's very big.
Spirit need this next Roche. I think it's almost more important to them than it is to OG, because if you don't have Aegis on Luna, I don't feel like you can progress this game at all.
Yeah.
You're just static farming. So they really need to secure an Aegis at some point in this game. OG have the faster lineup, not only at doing the objective, but kind of scouting it out with the Riki. You can always just put Tims on the front line. You always have that Furion buyback. Not right now, but for later Roche fights, you can have it. Still 2 minutes on the clock for that Yopaj buy.
Dire are
Smoke to
scanning.
that ward. Team Spirit are about to walk into a Wisdom Shrine area. They make the jump onto the Axe. The smoke screen, throw everything they've got, and he is not going to be able to get off Blade Mail or BKB. Yopaj finds an extra one. It's going to be Rue inside the Sprout.
They were not ready for that fight. Did not have everybody together. I think Panto wanted to smoke out of the base. Not in range for any of the saves. OG just too fast on the trigger. Roche spawns 20 seconds.
Panto thought maybe they could sneak up on Natsumi there. See if OG was getting greedy, but no. There goes all your wards.
The vision game has been a massive problem for Spirit. Can't keep the wards alive. Can't keep their detection alive against the Riki.
Under attack.
They have a gem on Laurel right now, but your map is blind, so a little hard for him to go in and scout.
Radiant's middle tower
Time to
has
Roche.
fallen.
It's a shield rune in the river, too. Ooh. It's pretty juicy right here.
Got minus armor plus focus fire. This Roshan could die really quickly.
If he focus fires it, though, he won't have it for the fight.
Yeah.
It's kind of iffy, so you want to
Combined
save
with
it.
the roar, you don't want to make that kind of commitment.
I mean, look at the vision. It's getting dewarded right now.
Lightning on Tims. Collapse, tries to make the jump. Whiffs. The shackle shot lands on a Laurel plus collapse. That is beautiful. The wheel goes out. Fiend's grip on his Slardar, but it's all Yotaro. It's all the damage they've got is on Yotaro, and he can't do enough. He can only kill the Slardar. OG, they have got too many heroes that are swarming in after him. Gleipnir catches Luna inside the base. OG will not be able to jump in after that. But 3 kills is good enough. Back to hitting the high ground.
So fast on the reaction there for OG. The blink call misses and the shackle hits too. And that's just the fight. Just playing too well right now. Straight up outclassing Spirit here.
2 different fights that collapse, maybe even 3, has not gotten off of BKB. He just gets initiated on, rather than him being able to be the big blink.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
Man, OG got through that entire Furion buyback without having to lose Yopaj or take a disadvantageous fight. That's so big, because now you have the Furion buyback available again. So all these fights just become equally as hard as we saw early on in the game. You can give an Aegis to Natsumi, you'll have 2 lives on Yopaj. Who are you gone at this point if you're Spirit? This game is getting real tough. I mean, you can scale into the ultra late with the Queen. It's an option this hero always gives you. Going late with the Sonic Wave talents and just refresher boosting it up, but keep landing shackles like that, man, it doesn't matter. It's just ridiculous. The amount of 2 hero shackles he has landed this game.
A soldier's fortune.
Wind
Dire's
Ranger
bottom
God.
tower is under attack.
We got the Brigand's Blade as well, just like last game.
Dire
Nice, holding
are
on to it.
scanning.
Pure Cloak for the Furion and the Quap, and the axe, I believe. So our blade mail heroes also have cloaks.
Panto giving a lot of information off these little poke plays. Not bad. OG are probably thinking, how the hell does this guy have the balls to do that? But
Well, he's got 7,000 net worth. That's one of the reasons.
he's also level 13, so
Poverty makes bravery.
I think that's the bigger reason. His respawn timer is not exactly too big here
No.
when you're level 13 at 40 minutes. It's actually so low. You know, the lowest level on OG is basically 20, so he's struggling out here, man. He's struggling, but sometimes that's the Bane life.
Dezoom Bloodright for Jakiro. He's hit some really good Ice Path macropires in this game. They just got even easier.
Toro showing up here.
It's got BKB, Manta, Satanic. A lot of buttons to hit if that initiation comes.
I don't know, like he's strong, but I don't know how he wins the fight.
Yeah, it's like, it feels like he can kill one core. But how does he kill the other two?
There has to be a axe call connection. There's just no way around it.
And Collapse has struggled to find that opening.
OG have been really good about reading the blinks and also fighting under vision. Again, like we can say Collapse hasn't been able to find it, but the vision game has been OG favorite the entire time. Like, it's not that easy to run in and just get an axe call against Ricky, against Furion, who's never even going to be there at the start of the fight, against a Wind Ranger who now has Ags that's sitting on the back line.
They've lost so much wards. Laurel now has to cosplay as one.
Yeah, you don't have wards. This is the best ward you've had all game. Might pay off.
And he's getting a lot of information. They're going to try and blow up the Slaughter just like many times before. Push him into the wheel. That was a lot of ultimates, though. I don't think they have anything left to keep this fight going. They've got to reset. Maybe Yotaro disagrees, though. He takes the fight to Natsumi, loses them into the trees.
Great grip.
Yotoro's just going for it. Yeah, the grip in the back on Yopaj while Yotoro's keeping the rest of the team away. They take away the Aegis, but what about Yotaro? He's been shackle-shotted up. Natsumi can't really threaten him in the damage. Yopaj on his second life, though. Sprout, BKB teleport is the choice for Yotaro. He says, that's good enough. We got a lot out of them there.
To get everybody out?
OG don't lose anybody. That's just crazy. Escape Act dodges a bit of the damage that was coming out from the Sprout. Just enough magic resistance to stay alive.
They got a Slardar buyback. They got an Aegis, and they lost nobody.
That's crazy.
Spirit just pulling a team fight win out of nowhere off of the high ground Laurel ward. And they have ults back up. I mean, you have another Sonic Wave here. Eclipse up in 6 seconds. If you linger around here, no BKB on Yopaj, you might just get blown
you gotta
up.
get out of here, Yopaj. You can't be sticking around. Oh my god, he's going back in. That's crazy.
Is he just gonna get called into ults? That was extremely close to just being all in. Gets Eclipse
The Eclipse
anyway.
is going to be used to try and track them as they back away.
That wasn't too effective.
Yopaj,
though.
he's going to use Satanic, heals up to full, he's fine.
I mean, Spirit are still happy about this. That was a very dangerous Aegis period that they got through. Now they have a chance to continue to scale up, push towards the Luna 25, push towards that Quap 25. Finally got some good call connections, finally got a good group connection as OG got zoned out of that area by the Luna. Still back on the hunt. Just re-smoke up, re-look for the go.
Yeah, OG do not give these teams much rest at all. Whew. That's a gem. If you had vision problems before, it's even worse when you've lost your gem. Whip goes out. Yotaro, he needs the help. He doesn't have BKB. He doesn't have Manta yet. BKB up in a second. The call comes in. It caught Natsumi. That's a big call from Collapse. Can Yotaro battle through all this with the BKB now? He's trying with the Satanic. He's keeping himself alive, but Collapse, he couldn't kill Natsumi. Collapse the one to die instead. Get Yotaro back to the base, though. Mass buybacks being used by Team Spirit. OG call it quits. The call back in. It caught two. Here comes the Eclipse. Smoke screen. It's going to stop the calling blade, and it's Collapse to die. He got one kill out of it, but is that enough? Pantuin from the side. He's got a Fiend's Grip, but there's no follow-up. Team Spirit, they can't get in there. Yotaro can't just run up there. He can't take the fight against Yopaj too many times.
He's taking it now.
He's trying it now. Underneath the glaze, he's got the Satanic advantage. Pushed away. Laurel to finish him off. The Sonic Wave and it's Gem on the side. He'll get both the kills.
Gem on the ground.
Gem on the ground. Tim picks it up. He's got double Gem. He's invisible. There's no way to find him. He's out.
Rue had dust cooldown.
Oh, he had a dust on cooldown.
Quad buyback for Spirit just to try and salvage this. severe economic damage. They do keep Yatoro alive. He'll be able to progress towards his next item. Does pick up that 25, but it's just so hard to take these fights, to combine the lockdown and the damage. That's the biggest issue. It was a massive call from Collapse, but there wasn't the follow-up, right? This is the big problem.
Yeah.
You have to combine it here. He also did not have Blade Mail on that second go. That was a big deal. And quad buy just to basically go even. That does not feel good here.
Now OG are just one step away from securing a 2-0 over Team Spirit. Collapse's game just got harder. Yule's Scepter for the Riki. And he's going to try and get a Wind Waker. All these heroes dead on OG, and all Team Spirit can really get out of it is a bit of farm.
Have to execute really well from here. That's what it's all about, finding the stun connections with the Luna in place to do the damage. The one thing that looked better for Spirit there is Yatoro's able to man up a little bit more than we saw earlier in this game.
Yeah.
With Butterfly Satanic, he's a bit more of a beast on that front line if you don't get that shackle focus fire connection. So that's going to give Spirit some more confidence to run him into the fight and maybe line up that damage on top of the stuns.
And if he can get to MKB, then that opens up a world where they could actually kill Natsumi, which has been a problem. As Collapse's initiation doesn't really kill Natsumi, right?
No.
And the Eclipse is pretty easily shrugged off. Wind Run dodges all the damage from the Luna. So
you can win the fight without killing the Wind Ranger if you find Yopaj plus Slardar. That is another route they can go.
That's what we saw in that bottom fight.
Yes, but you know, that kind of depends on how Yopaj TP's in, which isn't really in your control. And he will have buyback. You have to assume the Furion has buyback in these late game fights, and that's the really annoying part. If he just goes in and you blow ults on him and he buys, you can be in big trouble even off of a free Furion kill. Especially for something like Roshan, or one of these fights where the bigger objectives at play. Still, you have the highest net worth core in the game on that Luna. That's going to count for something. Will Yatoro buy out for Agsynth plus MKB? It's a lot of gold. He's very close to it.
I'm not convinced an extra life is
what does it really
worth
do for
that
him?
much? Like, because so much of it, the Luna's damage is off of the Eclipse that you use and the bonus damage you get because of the fast.
But Eclipse is only basically 60-second cooldown, though. Some of these fights last a long time.
Maybe. OG on their way in. Fury on such a high level. He's got level 26, the free teleports, and he's even going to start using some treants. So even more information that is going to be fed. Natsumi just checking out, see if he can get a shackle on Yatoro.
Fishing a little bit. What's the buyback status here? 3.5 minutes for most of those Spirit ones, so they're about halfway through. The trouble for them is going to be, you know, you can just sit in your base and wait for buys, but you're conceding the next road.
You've already taken so much building damage, and your lineup is so burst initiation focused. Extra lives on OG, they go long ways.
Still have the Luna buy, though. If you take a fight around this top Roche on your outpost, you could use that to your advantage.
How close is Quap to 25? Oh, he's a full level away. He's not getting that anytime soon.
Does have the Pure Cloak, though. Could pull some extra weight here. Triple Pure Cloak for Spirit on all 3 cores. Wow. Okay, well, that's pretty nice.
Yopaj is thinking about a Swift Blink. He's got 7,000 gold sitting in the bag right now.
Yeah, he's just capped. Could also go for that Ags and eat it. That random entangle that comes through can sometimes be good in these late game fights.
Wouldn't he want MKB against Butterfly?
I think both these cores want the MKB.
Well, if he wants it,
they have
on
better
Furion,
options.
Why doesn't he build it?
Maybe they feel like they're not going to prioritize the Luna as a target?
Leave that to Natsumi.
Toro
They might jump him here.
does have buy.
He's got a Manta. He's got BKB. Only uses the Manta.
Yeah, I think OG just do not want to go on him because one, they have the Reedy as buyback, and two, he's kind of the hardest hero to bring down. He's the only true frontliner for Spirit if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like, who's going to frontline for him? It's not the Axe. It means to get big calls, and it's not the Quap. So, in some ways, you don't want to get baited trying to all in this Luna and set the fight up well for Spirit in terms of formation. You want to find the damage dealer glass cannons that are this Quap and Axe, or the supports with the Riki scouting.
Yeah. And they've got the double saves. Like, you know they're going to be sitting on Yatoro.
They're just poking the
OG
Roche here.
just have a poke. Back to the Roshan. Get a roar out. Force Team Spirit to do something about it.
Toro has his courier on shop. He's thinking about Refresher. He has Agston. He locked it. So he's hiding. Kind of hiding it right now.
Oh, they beat it out of Illusion. So they get a little info. OG say, okay, all right, we hit an Illusion. Tim's blind Gleipnir into the trees area, see if he's finding anything. Nightmare actually hits Nico, but he's fine. Woken up by the illusions from Natsumi.
Positioning is getting awkward, though, because Roche about to go down south in 20 seconds.
Yeah, and that is away from your outpost. There goes your buybacks.
And the Furion is continually ratting bottom lane. I think Spirit have to just try and do the Roche.
Yeah, I think you're right. Can they keep it here? Can they do it fast enough and keep it here?
This is
the call is only going to last so long. They're going to feed script it. They're going to feed script it. What happens if they go in? Yopaj, he's going to hit the back line here.
Oh, he tossed him into him.
Tossed him right onto Yopaj. Meanwhile, the Clips right in front of this Roshan. Looks like Natsumi is going after Yatoro, and Yatoro needs to hit the Satanic. He needs to hit some heroes. He's trying to hit the Shakiro right now, but he's going to be shackled up. Natsumi's going for it. He's got Yatoro locked down, and there's nothing Yatoro can do about it. Laurel tried to help him, but now he's just another focus for the Focus Fire. He can't blink far enough away. Natsumi is dicing him up one after the other, and Team Spirit has been absolutely wiped out. OG, they're taking this.
What was that fight? That was one of the most chaotic fights I've ever seen. They bring Yopaj down, but he has buy, and the only buy you have as Spirit is the Luna.
They've got
that's it.
A Laurel buyback now. It just came up off of time.
Dude, the damage Natsumi did in that fight, insane.
Oh yeah,
so much focus fire damage coming from this Wind Ranger, who is just melting targets, and there's no lockdown for him because you used grip on Roshan. So,
I mean, fantastic read by OG. Like, that was a weird situation. Team Spirit Fiends gripped a Roshan, you know, and they're like, OG made the read. They were like, maybe they're just trying to force him. Maybe we got to get to the pit.
I mean, there's so many weird things in this fight. Like, he tossed his collapse onto Yopaj.
That was
Here
so
you go,
funny.
brother. But he didn't have call up exactly then. And then Yopaj just in a mega weird spot gets stuck into this wheel, into the call, so he's dead. But the focus fire's going on Yatoro on the high ground. The shackle lands, so he's just done. Nothing to bail him out. Laurel blinks in, I think, to try and help save him. But then you're the next focus fire target. That backfires on him. Team is just getting cleaned up on the upper side. Mega awkward fight for Spirit as they tried to salvage a weird situation. They did buy out the Refresher on the Luna now since he had to commit the buyback anyway. That gives you a lot more firepower in terms of double BKB Satanic plus Eclipse here. And you did hit the level 25 on the Queen. So this game is not over yet. I mean, you still have some tremendous firepower on the side of Spirit, but that cost you a lot. What did it cost OG? The Furion buy? They got Cheese on Slardar, Aegis on Yopaj, a banner to help Siege High Ground, and Refresher Shard, which Natsumi's currently holding it. They don't really have great Refresher Shard heroes, but second BKB for him could be pretty damn nice. And also, importantly, Wind Waker done for Tims.
Yeah.
Like, that's huge here. You're never going to find this Riki, and then whoever you do find, he can just blink in Wind Waker that hero. There goes your Axe Call. One more shard for the
Everybody already has a shard, so it's just gold.
Only potential issue for OG is, you know, timer-wise, buybacks are coming up for the rest of their squad in terms of the Axe plus the supports. They can have it here in a couple hundred gold, so...
I mean, who... Does it matter? Like, you own...
No,
I
not
feel
too
like
much.
Yatoro is just most of the damage for these fights. Maybe Laurel is a concern as well, but those are the two without buyback, so...
Dire are scanning.
OG taking their time, savoring the lead that they have. They've got 3 minutes to use this Aegis to hit the high ground.
The cast range on this Riki is so disgusting right now.
Oh, yeah.
You got Aether Lens into Monocle, into Mystical Monocle.
Yeah.
Like, I'm looking at this Wind Waker range. It's basically an entire screen, so...
Yeah, combined with his smoke screen. Like, he can throw the smoke screen super far, and it's super big.
Yeah, it's just disgusting. You're not finding this Riki. It's impossible. He has too much cast range to play with, too much mobility. It's not a big enough target for you to focus the Spirit, and... Man, he's annoying in the fight. It's not that obvious, but the vision advantage he's giving...
Radiant are scanning.
This smoke screen annoyance is... It's huge. No, remember, no MKB on the Luna.
Yeah, that was the choice. Went for the refresher over that.
But it's not just the Wind Ranger evasion, it's the smoke screen evasion.
Yeah.
It kills him in the middle of the fight if it lands, so Yatoro has a lot to look out for here.
Radiant are scanning.
And all they can really do is sit in their base.
Well, I guess in some ways, the longer this game continues, it's better for Spirit. Like, you get your buybacks back up, you'll push towards the neutral 60-minute items. There's not much more OG can buy at this point. Like, their cores are pretty capped. We're getting to near Moon Shard territory, so...
Nupaj goes back to the base and gets the team a smoke.
Here they go. Down bottom. Would really love to jump someone without buyback. Yatoro, he is just showing there. That is dangerous, my man.
Kills the wave just in time, just before OG were to pounce. They're going to get inside the base anyway. Drop the ward. Sentry. Is it outside of the range of the ward there? Do they see what's going on? Panto, he's going to be the first one spotted. Eclipse goes down. It's really not doing a whole lot. Yopaj, he takes some damage. He's just shrugging it off. He doesn't care. He's got the Aegis after all. Satanics himself up to full. Give him the Chi shield too.
30 seconds on this Aegis. Spirit can somehow stall it out. I think that's why Yopaj is forcing the issue right now. He wants to make them deal with the triple life on this Furion. Actually, it doesn't have buyback yet, so yeah, only double life for him.
Drops the banner. OG saying, if you don't come after us, we're going to take these buildings. Yopaj. It goes in after Yatoro. Yatoro. Sonic Wave to push back Yopaj there. Nico, back and forth, back and forth. Aegis is going to expire. OG did not get what they wanted out of that.
Didn't even get the Megas. I think they could have gone through top, siege that, at least gotten Megas out of that Aegis plus banner, right?
Now that's kind of weird because now, if you want to wait for another Roshan, you're also giving it to 60-minute items, which always makes things a little weird.
I think that was the wrong call in hindsight. It's kind of tough in the moment, but you definitely would have gotten Megas there with the Aegis banner.
I mean, at bare minimum, whatever, bottom or top or whatever, like, surely they should have just gone earlier, right?
It was a little slow, yeah.
Because, like, Team Spirit were, like, they were losing tier 4s, and they managed to just kind of, like, wait.
They did get a block of cheese out of it.
He did get a block of cheese.
That's pretty nice. Nico holding on to that right now.
Arl.
Moonshard eaten by Yopaj as he caps out his tremendous game here. 17
capping out his net worth, and now he's going to cap out his levels too.
He's working on it.
The Mega Treants, throw them into the base. That'll give you Megas.
The Treant HP kind of matters against some of the Lucid beams, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
It's one way to look at it.
Blessings upon a loyal warrior.
Spirit do not have a lot of options in this game. They kind of just have to wait, try and win the base fight.
Oh, they're going to get their buybacks back up for the Quap and the Luna. Another 2 minutes, and we'll have 60-minute items, though. Will Team Spirit be able to get outside of their base to get the tier 5s?
Not easily.
Because every lane is pushed in all the time. Super creeps in mid and bottom. Treants running down lanes. Wrath of Nature killing every creep wave that gets pushed out.
see Skem. Yopaj in.
And Collapse, he's the one to get caught here. Scotty to slow him down. Gale forced to push back. Panto! I thought he was bashed. Nico did not have the bash set up, so Collapse does manage to TP away.
It's a dieback on the Bane, though. 5v4 for a minute here. And they have 5 buybacks available as block of cheese passed over to Yopaj. This is as big as it gets. I mean, what else do you need?
Gale Force pushing him in, especially with the Ice Path. Yotoro's going to be in pretty deep here.
Great
Sonic Wave
Wind
gets
Waker.
dodged out entirely by the Ghouls. Pops the Satanic, Yopaj and Yotoro going toe-to-toe, keeping their HP alive. Collapse almost dying, escape back. That managed to keep him up as he was being targeted down. The Eclipse goes down, trying to finish off any of these heroes that are getting low on OG. Most of them at half HP, none of them dead. Excuse me, Skem did die, bot back. He rejoins the fight.
Technically a victory for Spirit, but they used a refresher on the Luna. That Wind Waker was absolutely on point from Tim's.
Dirty stuff. Yeah, look at it. It's 13,000 damage from Yotoro. Team Spirit just sitting back there trying to help him in any way they can.
OG definitely want to go here because they know the Luna does not have the cooldowns right now.
But if you lose this fight, you give up 60-minute items. Maybe you give up Roshan. You know, you gotta kind of have to back up. And
Ate the
secure
block
the
of
game.
cheese though. Savory shield. Ticking down.
Yeah, who cares? It lasts so long.
Spirit smoke out towards his bottom.
Yeah, you got to get out there to start harvesting some tier 5 neutrals. I'm a little bit surprised that OG doesn't try and just fight Team Spirit as they go outside the base somewhere.
They're not hunting neutrals. They're hunting Furion right now. I don't know how far they're going to push this smoke, but...
Oh my god. Oh, no,
No
Yopaj,
way.
don't do it. No, Yopaj, don't do it. Oh, yeah, Blink Collapse. He stops the call.
What?
And that gives enough time that
Still
Team
going
Spirit
in.
do not. Okay, Panto wants to go in. But what about the rest of the team? The rest of the team didn't want to go in. They said, we want to go out.
They
Not
got
in,
baited.
out.
It's a disaster. Yotoro is in the river. He got shackled again.
No way. Yotoro's going to be the one left behind.
He is not going to be happy about
And now
that.
Laurel is going to be in trouble. BKB, Sonic Wave trying to push away the heroes, but Natsumi time and time again in front of him, in his face.
Divine Regalia. We had one tier 5 neutral item, and it was Divine Regalia for Natsumi.
And he goes so fast. He's fleet-footed as well. You can't get away from this Wind Ranger. She's a goddamn Terminator. The final set of racks. Yotoro trying to wait for the right time to use his buyback here. See if OG are going to hit the throne and give Team Spirit an opportunity to go for the initiation. Yopaj has a poke at it. Buyback gets used, but no initiation from Team Spirit. Nothing to be gained off this buyback. Just something to keep the game going a little longer.
I don't understand how he blinked out of that call. What was that?
I don't know, man.
Just some pure instinct read? Like, I'm going to TP in here, but I know they're here, and I'm going to be instantly ready to blink on an axe call. Oh, okay, man. Sure, dude.
Has been killed.
Yotoro lost Relic on Courier. That's a big deal. That was a Divine he's trying to build.
Oh, yeah.
Delayed for 4 minutes here. No way to get that back. Collapse is just gone.
Another buyback may have to be used by Team Spirit.
Oh, Yotoro got caught.
Yotoro, he doesn't have the spider legs either. He just, all he has is Satanic, and he can't do enough to keep himself alive. They somehow have to play this out without their carry.
No
that doesn't
shot.
seem likely. Everywhere you look, it's Team Spirit heroes getting low and dying, and OG swarming all over Team Spirit's base. And they've got this. It is a 2-0 OG. Welcome to the top of the field.
A perfect